Today I'm trying to do the Mount Elmer summit. This is another one that I attempted back in the winter, but the snow was like 3 feet deep of this super fine powder, and even with the snowshoes on, I couldn't get anywhere. But this trail just reopened to solo hikers for the entire summer. You got to be in groups of 4 because this is such a major grizzly bear habitat. They want to make sure that the bears are getting a full meal, not just an appetizer. Some people have been asking about my gear loadout on these hikes, so when this hike's over, I'll make sure I go over it. But it's nice to be out hiking again. It's nice to see some clear blue skies. I really got smoked out on Jumbo Mountain. I had a bad headache for a couple days, and I had to get out of that area. The air quality was just so awful. But I hope everyone in the States is doing all right, getting through yet another disaster. Well, that was surprisingly easy. I think everything's gonna feel easy post Jumbo Mountain. Got a good view of Lake Minnewanka from here. Banff National Park in all its glory. It's kind of smoky today. Not nearly as bad as it was though, but I'm gonna mosey on back to the van now. Okay, I'm gonna go over all my hiking gear as thoroughly as I can. I hope the background noise of the highway isn't too much. This is my backpack. It's a 22 liter, and I think that's the perfect size to have. My loadout is basically the same through the summer and the winter, except for in the winter I might bring my snowshoes and wear some snow pants instead of hiking pants. But I always bring my down jacket. It's really warm, lightweight, packable. And then a hard shell. Nice and warm too. It really helps to cut the wind chill. I wear these gaiters to keep the debris out of my boots if I'm bushwhacking or going through deep snow. I've tried the Gore-Tex kinds, but I find the fabric is too fragile and I rip it apart too easy. So this is like a thicker vinyl material. I'm hoping that it's more durable. I also wear through these straps in the bottom pretty quickly, so I'm trying to be more careful with this set. If I'm hiking on rocks, I'll put the strap up over top of my boot so that I'm not wearing this out. But I wish I had a sewing machine. I'd probably just make these myself. It's just a rectangular piece of fabric with Velcro and a strap on it. You could save yourself a lot of money. Depending on the hike, I might need to pack in crampons. This is a strap-on kind, and I don't like them. No matter how tight I pull the strap, it seems like my toe is always slipping out of them, so I want to switch over to a semi-automatic kind. I have a hiking pole, but I rarely bring it. I prefer to pack in the mountaineering axe. It's dual purpose. I can use it for climbing. It's security if I'm walking out on ice or anything. And I also use it as a walking pole. If I'm going up an incline, it's just the right height to help me keep my balance. It's inevitable that I'm going to fall like 5 times in every single hike, and this might prevent 1 or 2 of them. I wear these cycling gloves when I'm scrambling, so when I fall I don't completely rip my hands apart, and I can also use my phone while I'm wearing these. If it's colder, I'll wear these leather gloves. I also have a pair of thick mitts that I use in the winter. I like wearing a brimmed hat because it means I don't have to wear sunscreen. I've also got a toque that I pack in, and I really need to get a helmet one of these days. My drone is a DJI Mavic Air. I'm really happy with it. It has good video quality, flies really good. I've crashed it like 5 times now, and it's still going strong. Since I'm using my phone so much for GPS and to use the camera, I drain the battery pretty quickly, so I pack in a battery bank so I can recharge it out there on the trail. I always pack in bear spray. This is all that I bring for water. In the summer I can easily drink this up, but up in the mountains there's so much water available, and it's all crystal clear. In the winter, I may only drink half of this on an entire hike. I usually just pack in some random bars for the hike, nothing fancy. I always bring along my Garmin Inreach Mini so I have communications no matter where I am. It requires a subscription. I think I get like 10 texts per month. It pairs with my phone and you just use it from there. It's also got a SOS button on it if things really get hairy. These are my Handwag Alaska GTX boots. I really love them. They're super comfortable. Never had issues with blisters. They are super durable. Just ignore the appearance right now. They've just been through so much and it's time to retire them. I basically have no traction left at this point. I would stick with these boots, but they don't have the heel welt for semi-automatic crampons, and that's what I want to have next. It's probably worth mentioning my tripod. I just got this Manfrotto compact light. It's a little heftier than I want, but it seems to be super durable. Up until this point, I've been using the Polaroid travel tripods. They are like super lightweight. They're perfect for hiking, but they're really fragile. I've burned through 3 of them, so I've decided to move on to something else. I use this Shure MV88 Plus microphone. It pairs with my phone. I really like it. It does a good job blocking the wind noise. The only thing I don't like about it is this USB connection. It's really flimsy. It bends easy. I wish they would have done a better job on that. I think that's pretty much everything. If I missed something, let me know and I'll try to go over it in another video. I'm here in Field, BC this morning. I'm going to do an old-fashioned slow cook and a hike. I want to do the Mount Stephen summit. I just have to wait for the visitor center to open first. I need a permit in order to go out on this trail because it crosses a fossil bed. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to get the brisket ready. I have to give it a rub first with all these things, and I'm going to do that right in the slow cooker. It's looking good and coated now. So now I'm going to make up the sauce in here. I'm going to mix up the barbecue sauce now in here. I don't feel like dirtying my measuring cup, so I'm just going to eyeball it. Probably need about all this ketchup, then half cup apple cider vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, chopped garlic, and other things here. I'll link to the recipe down below in the description if you want to try this out yourself. I don't want to move it around too much because the rub will fall off, so I'm just going to flip it over once so that it kind of gets coated in this barbecue sauce. Then get both ends, and that should be good. The visitor center should be open now, so while my coffee's cooling down, I'll go get my permit. But I'm pretty excited to see these 500 million year old fossils that are right along the trail. So it turns out that I'm not doing Mount Stephen today. Parks Canada won't issue me a permit for it. They think with the amount of time that I have that I can't get it done. It's about 9:30 a.m. now. I know that I could easily crush it out or just turn around if I can't make it. But Parks Canada, they got to play by the rules. It's how it is. So I've headed on to try Mount Vaux today. I'm about ready to go. This is about ready to go. With a brisket, you want to do it low and slow. I'm going to give it 8 hours. Just to give you the gist of this route, I got to go straight up the middle there. The summit is kind of under the clouds right now, and there's supposed to be one difficult and exposed section right where that snow is. So these are my new boots. I don't know if you can tell what brand they are. It's a Scarpa Grandru GTX. It was a big purchase, but I really want to have something super durable for this kind of terrain. I think a few people noticed in a few videos back, I had a different pair of new boots, but they fell apart within 3 hikes of being on this kind of stuff, so I sent them in for a refund. So these have the heel welt for a semi-auto crampon, and I'm hoping that'll solve my problems. I think I messed up this morning. From the descriptions online about Mount Stephen, the permit you need has to do with the fossils, and she was trying to sell me a climber's permit. I think she was confused on what I was trying to do. I've just been going around in circles for the last 2 hours, going up and down, all around, trying to find the route. I think I finally found it. I couldn't get it on camera. It was just a little too dangerous. It was kind of exposed and steep, but I'm hoping the rest is easy from here. Well, that was a fun summit. I enjoyed this one. It started out kind of tedious, but at the end there's a wee bit of excitement. The temperature up here is just about freezing. I'm not going to hang around too long. I'm keen to go back to the van and have that brisket. This dates all the way back to 1961. That's incredible. I'm really cold. I want to make this fast as possible. Someone was up here last on September 12th, 2020. Alright, it's time to boogie on out of here. I've relocated myself for the night. I found a place to camp. I've got a fire going outside. I'm just waiting for it to burn down right now. But this is looking good. I'm going to boil down the sauce right now. Then later on we'll put the brisket over the fire and just brown it up a bit. I've got a knockoff Rainier tonight. This was brewed in Ontario, Canada by Sleeman. It's pretty good though. I like it. And I think these are done. Okay, my sauce is looking real saucy. And now I'm going to start cutting up my meat. We're almost there, just one last step. I'm going to make up some coleslaw. I'm going to use Sam, the cooking guy's recipe for this. I've used this on my pulled pork sandwiches. It's really good. It's just mayonnaise, celery salt, hot sauce of some kind, and apple cider vinegar. I'm just going to slather these in sauce. Oh my, look at this thing. That is heaven. This is so good. I don't need anything else in my life. This is it. Well, I headed back over to the visitor center and field this morning to see if I get a fossil permit and do the Mount Stephen hike, but I guess the rules have changed as per what you read on the internet. You have to do it a day ahead of time, so it's unfortunate that I didn't grab one yesterday while I was there. I think I'm SOL now because from here on out the weather forecast looks really grim, but it sounds like they have a really sophisticated security system up there with motion detecting cameras, the whole works. Way too many people are going up there and just walking out with a backpack full of fossils. That's just the way life is, and now we have to deal with all these extra rules because of it. But that's going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Matt in Newfoundland, I hope you're feeling better and recovering. I'm glad you're enjoying these videos, and thanks everyone for watching. Thank you to everyone over there on Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one.